Ralph, what's your level of disappointment in the whole Dahlin situation?
I mean, I'm pretty good at processing those situations in that I wake up in the morning looking at who we have and try to build a game on that. Of course, when I do see him now or speak to him, it is, it's the kind of situation or injury under those circumstances that you get a pang for. But right now, it's about getting him healthy and moving him in the right direction again. But yeah, I mean, your level of disappointment, that's a really good question, actually, because I try to concentrate on the guys we have, but you need to spend time on that one, of course, to digest it. Yeah.
Are you offended that A, it was 2 games, and B, that Tampa said that it was his own glove that caused the injury?
Well, it's again, we said after the game that there will be judgment will be made, and it's clear that it's been seen as a foul, that it's a penalty, it's not allowed, and the length, it's not up to me to judge. I mean, we're just going to accept the result as it is. And again, I said it before, I'll say it again. You would always rather have the 5 minutes in the game because the suspension doesn't do us any good. But we'll just accept it now for what it is.
How much relief is to see Marcus back on the ice today, and what sort of, weapon can he be for you guys?
Well, I think everybody knows from day one that Marcus Johansson has been an important leader for this group and was dourly missed here since Sweden. And of course, we're pleased to have him back, not only for what he brings us on the ice and the roles that he fills and the added tool that he is in our game. It's what he brings off the ice and the calmness of his personality and the experience. It's definitely good to have Johansson back.
Ralph, last game, for 2 questions. First, was
Yeah.
Jake McCabe a healthy scratch, and if he was, why?
Quite simply, we walked into this stretch of our season saying that we have a wealth of defensemen that are good National Hockey League defensemen, and we will be sitting different bodies out at different times, and that's all we've been doing is rotating, and each and every one of them that is sitting out has been excellent and professional, and learning from also being able to be an observer. And I think for McCabe, it was good to sit and watch that one, and he'll come back stronger tonight, I'm sure. But it's more looking at our workload and our D's workload right now that we spread the energy out.
Ralph, what do you make of the spotlight that's been focused on Bill Peters and the Flames? And if those comments were true, they're alleged, but how repulsive might they be if they're true?
Well, for me, quite clearly, I don't have enough information to make any judgment on the situation at all. All you can do as a head coach is wake up in the morning and think about your culture. We are far from perfect, but we're working on a culture based on respect here. The whole organization is based on that, and for that, I will continue to do my job. But I'm in no position to judge it. There are people that are gathering information and will make judgment, and then we can make our comments once that's clear. I think everything else in this pace that we're under right now is not my job.
Here's a
Further
question.
to that, you spent some time away from the NHL and came back. How much has the league changed in regards to coach-player relationship and what happens in the room and that kind of culture?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I have friends in the league who I'm very close to, like Paul, Maurice in Winnipeg, and as a very good example. And we spent a lot of time together this summer. So I don't know that many coaches in the league and how they actually operate behind closed doors. I do with him because I worked with him at the World Cup of Hockey, and so again, that's beyond my experience. What I find is that the players here that we have are extremely receptive to an open culture of dialogue and communication, of very direct communication. We've since day one, anybody that's been following us here since September 13th, we just put everything on the table all the time. And all I can say is I have found a group of players here very receptive to this type of communication. And we need to take care of our own house, and that's what we're trying to do here. Again, with our strengths and weaknesses, with our good days and our bad, we're trying to walk along that line.
I want to ask you about your team's culture. First of all, Sobotka, do you anticipate, is that potentially a season-ending injury, or could he play?
Yeah, I mean, we all know he was operated on, and it is long-term. So I never like to bookend an injury of that nature. Let's work with him and do everything we can and try and get him back. But it's definitely long-term, and we're sitting here somewhere in November, I think. I've lost track of the dates, but we're really sad about it. Sobe was an amazing leader in how we want to play here. He was an example on video over and over again of playing the right way without the puck, and so we'll tap into him to help, mentor some of the younger players here as he's injured and use his wealth of experience in that way.
So you said a week or so ago, you were asked about your team's response to situations.
Yes.
That was a dirty hit, guy we may not see again. Now your star defenseman gets taken out in a game. We've seen this for this franchise for years, long before you've been here. Is there a problem in that locker room with response to situations on the ice?
Well, I think it was the same with Sobotka hit in Sweden, where nobody in the rink, including the referees, actually read it because the puck was not there anymore and gone. And I think until at the moment when Rasmus actually went down and then came up, until there was blood coming out of his face, we didn't really realize the situation. So spontaneously, it wasn't one of those hits from behind in the wall where everybody sees exactly what happened. It was within the game, within the play. Did that stick go up? Did his elbow go up? Did not? Even again, the referees couldn't read it. So spontaneously, we're trying to win a hockey game, and we're on a power play, and we're losing 3-2, and the focus was on that. Now, is it something to learn about? Yeah, it's possible that there's something, but this group is very close. This group is working hard for each other, and again, the way the game is today, it has evolved. When you ask me what's changed in the game more than anything, is the respect among the players is much, much higher than it was when I was here last. I think that there is a physicality that is allowed, and if it goes over, it's punishable now, and we'll learn from it, Mike, for sure. We'll learn from it. But, this isn't that kind of a game anymore. Hockey's not that kind of a game where everybody jumps over the bench and you clear the benches because something like that possibly occurred.
But I'm not being argumentative. I'm just asking a point. In Sweden, there was a play where Ristolainen hit one of their guys, and he got jumped by 4 guys, including Stamkos. Your team has done nothing. I mean, how do you respond to the perception?
No, thank you for that opinion, and we'll deal with it the way we deal with it inside. We keep those conversations inside, and we learn and grow from every game on many different ways, and that's another one where we can get stronger in the future. But thanks for your opinion. Really.
And the last question would be, have you had those conversations on the inside?
We have conversations about everything on the inside.
Which role are you going with tonight?
Linus will be starting tonight. Yeah.
As you've said before, you're good at blocking out the outside noise and whatnot. There's a lot of negativity around the plate at the moment. How much of that is
around the
about the plate of the team?
Yeah.
How much of that is seeping into the locker room?
I feel that we're angry, which we should be, with the results. I feel we're constructive in that anger right now, and there were portions of the last 3 games where you saw some of our best hockey of the season, but again, it was portions, and we need to stretch that up through 60 minutes, start to finish, and we're disappointed that we're not able to do that. Having those 3 games as far as opportunities to learn and confirm how we want to play, it's there, and it's popping up over and over again. But just stringing it all together is what we need to do, and that's we've known from the start. These habits aren't going to be habits for a while. We're going to drift back to old habits. We're going to drift out of our game, and we have to work very, very hard to confirm these as habits through 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, and that's what we're doing. And we like the way the group is processing it, as much as we don't like our results at the moment, and we need to find a way to activate the right execution to get the results back. And let's begin today against Calgary.